Everyone in Greyhaven knew the Calder House. No one talked about it. It sat at the edge of town where the road stopped pretending it went anywhere useful. Beyond it, the forest thickened into something old and tangled. Trees pressed so close together they looked like they were whispering secrets to each other. The Calder House leaned slightly to the left, as if tired of standing, its paint the color of old bone, and its windows always dark, even at noon. People said the house was empty. People lied. Evan first noticed it breathing on a Thursday. He had moved to Greyhaven 3 weeks earlier with his mother after his father's accident. No one said the word death out loud anymore. It hovered in the house like a smell that wouldn't leave. Greyhaven was supposed to be a fresh start, quiet, safe, but quiet places listen better. Evan liked walking at night. It helped him avoid sleep, which had become crowded with dreams that felt too real. Dreams where he woke up in rooms that weren't his, hearing someone whisper his name like they'd been practicing it for years. That Thursday, the fog rolled in early, the kind that swallowed sound. Evan had his hoodie up, hands in his pockets, walking farther than usual, past the last street light that buzzed like an insect dying. That's when he saw the house. The Calder House wasn't on any map. Evan was sure of it. He checked. But there it was, crouched behind a broken iron fence, half hidden by trees. As he passed, something made him stop. The house exhaled. Not wind, not settling wood. A slow, wet breath, like lungs clearing themselves. Evan froze. The front door was closed. The windows were black. But the sound came again, softer this time, like the house was trying not to be heard. He backed away, heart pounding, every instinct screaming, wrong. Behind him, something shifted in the fog. "Hello?" he said, hating how small his voice sounded. No answer. He ran home. That night, Evan dreamed of hallways. They were too long, stretching forward no matter how far he walked. Doors lined the walls, each one marked with a number scratched into the wood. As he passed them, he heard breathing on the other side, dozens of breaths, all out of sync. At the end of the hallway was a door with no number. It was open. Inside was the Calder House. He woke up screaming. The next morning, Evan found dirt under his fingernails. Not soil, not sand, ash. At school, Greyhaven High felt like a building that had given up. Cracked tiles, flickering lights, teachers who looked like they were waiting for something bad to finally happen so they could say, "I knew it." That's where Evan met Mara. She sat 2 rows behind him in English, drawing instead of taking notes. Her sketchbook was filled with houses, crooked ones, burning ones, houses with eyes instead of windows. She noticed him staring. "Don't worry," she said. "They're not real." Evan wasn't sure why he said it, but the words slipped out anyway. "Do you know the Calder House?" Her pencil snapped. The room went quiet in that way classrooms do when something important has been said. Mara slowly turned to face him. "You shouldn't say that name." "Why?" "Because it hears," she said. Evan laughed, a little too loudly. "That's not funny. I'm not joking." She leaned closer. Her eyes were tired, like she hadn't slept properly in years. "You saw it, didn't you?" Evan didn't answer. She sighed. "Yeah, you did." At lunch, she told him what everyone else refused to. The Calder House had belonged to a family that vanished 30 years ago. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just empty rooms and beds that looked slept in. But that wasn't the worst part. People who got too close to the house started changing. They forgot things, names, faces, sometimes entire years. Others heard voices calling them outside at night. A few were found wandering the woods, barefoot and bleeding, unable to explain where they'd been. And some were never found at all. "What does the house want?" Evan asked. Mara shook her head. "It doesn't want. It remembers." That night, Evan tried not to think about the breathing. He failed. At exactly 2:17 a.m., he woke up to the sound of footsteps in his hallway. Slow, careful. His mother was asleep. He could hear her snoring softly through her door. The footsteps stopped outside his room. Then came the breathing, right behind his door. Evan didn't move, didn't breathe. The handle turned slightly, just enough to test it. Then a whisper, so close it felt like fingers brushing his ear. "Come home." The footsteps retreated. Evan stayed awake until sunrise. The next day, his bedroom door had ash under it. Mara met him after school. "You heard it," she said. "How do you know?" "Because it always starts with an invitation." She led him to the edge of town, stopping before the broken fence. The fog clung low to the ground, thick and unmoving. The Calder house waited. Up close, it looked worse. Walls swollen, wood warped like skin stretched too tight. The windows weren't dark anymore. They were watching. "People think the house is abandoned," Mara said. "But it's not empty. It's full of people who never left." Evan's chest tightened. "Then why doesn't anyone stop it?" Mara smiled sadly. "Because the house doesn't take you all at once." The front door creaked open by itself. Inside, something inhaled, and this time, it said Evan's name.